Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. Now let's look at the pedigree symbols. This is very important in terms of pediatrics as well as while taking down any family history. So the square here stands for the male and a simple square refers to a normal male. Next is a female. Female is represented with a circle. Then in terms of unspecified gender, there is a diamond. So this is unspecified gender. So what about the affected male or female? Affected male is completely shaded. This will be the affected male. And in terms of female, it is going to be a complete circle. This is going to be the affected female. Now let's look at the autosomal carrier. So in terms of autosomal, what is to be done? There is half shaded. So autosomal means it is half shaded. So male and female are shaded respectively. Next is we move on to the X-linked carrier. So in terms of X-linked carrier, we draw a small dot. So this is the X-linked carrier. Next is how do you draw the adopted. So adopted is when there is a square and it is surrounded by the brackets. This means it is adopted. And how to represent the stillbirth or the abortion. So stillbirth or abortion is represented by a line followed by a circle at the bottom. So it is stillbirth. So it is known as the stillbirth or the abortion. Next is how to represent death. So death is when you draw a square and you put a line across. This means death. So you strike the diagram, that is death. Then we look at the proposita. So what is proposita? It is a female person of reference. So here we draw a circle and this circle is, there is a small arrow bottom which points towards it. Next is propositus. So propositus is a male person of reference. So again we draw a square and there is a small arrow which is pointing towards it below. Next is how to represent marriage. Marriage is where we draw a square, that is for the male, and the female, that is the circle. So we join them with a line and this is known as represents the marriage. Next is the presence of the consanguineous marriage. Consanguineous marriage. So in terms of the consanguineous marriage, that is almost the same. That is we draw a circle and a square and the circle, and it is drawn by two lines. So consanguineous marriage means that it is by the close relatives. Next is, let's look at how to represent divorce. So in terms of divorce, again we draw a square and a circle representing the male and the female, and there is a space between them. So this means the presence of divorce. Next is in terms of extramarital union. So how to represent the extramarital union? So extramarital union is represented by, there is a square with dotted lines connects to the circle. Now in terms of the multiple marriages, how to represent multiple marriages? So multiple marriages is represented by, so there is a male, that is we draw a circle and we draw the females as there's a male as square and females as the circle, and we represent the number 1, 2 and 3 and so on. So this means the multiple marriages. So how do we denote the offspring? So next is the offspring. So in terms of the offspring, the male and the female with the son or daughter. So how to represent? So there is a square for the husband and the circle for the mother, that is the wife. And then we draw a line which is in the bottom. So the firstborn child will always be on the left. So the firstborn will be a boy since we are drawing a square. And here the circle represents the second child. Now how to draw the dizygotic twins? So how to represent the dizygotic twins? So dizygotic twins is basically the fraternal twins. So here it is, you draw two lines and representing with a square. So this means dizygotic twins. So how do you represent a monozygotic twins? So in terms of the monozygotic twins, the representation is almost the same. That is, you draw two lines and they are connected. This means there is presence of the monozygotic twins.